A Mid-Island man says his dream of converting an old fish boat into a live-aboard vessel has gone down with the ship. You may recall the story we first brought you last week about a derelict vessel that sank in Deep Bay. Well, since our story aired, the boat's owner has been facing criticism about abandoning the 18-meter vessel. CTV's Gord Kurbis joins us now from Deep Bay with the owner's side of the story. Gord.
Well, Joe, on this holiday Monday, when many boaters are heading onto the water to enjoy their day, there's one Bowser man that's heading under the water as he's trying to save what's left of his investment. That's the investment that sank here in Deep Bay last week. When Coast Guard crews arrived in Deep Bay, they immediately began booming around a vessel that had just sank into the waters outside of the local marina.
They came out the first couple of days. I believe they were just inspecting to see if there's any leaks, and the last time they were out, they took a few pictures and they just wished me good luck, and that was the last of it.
It turns out Rick Perry is in need of a lot of luck. It was his 18-meter former fish packer, the Bertha G, that's now at the bottom of the ocean. He bought the vessel 1 year ago, thinking it had great potential for conversion.
I've heard of old fishing boats being converted into pleasure crafts before, and I've seen some people have done really nice jobs. So. You know, I'm pretty handy with woodwork, so I thought I'd take on the challenge.
Perry says the boat was in fairly good condition, but 8 months into the project, the boat started taking on more water than normal. It happened at a time when the marina was cracking down on all older wooden vessels.
We paid our moorage here, and we were happily moored at the dock for quite a while. And then another fishing boat sunk at the dock, and when that happened, they implemented a rule that all old boats have to leave.
Perry says when that other boat sank, his was ordered out as well. He says he asked to stay so he could do necessary repairs, but was refused.
He was tied up there for a while, and he didn't have insurance, and so we said, you must leave the harbor.
The chair of the Deep Bay Harbor Authority says the Bertha G was simply too much of a risk.
Boats that are tied up to the harbor that we deem to be a risk for sinking has to have proof of insurance. We've had numerous boats sink in Deep Bay without insurance, and the Harbor Authority has to pick up the tab. On the last boat, we picked up over $5,000 to deal with the boat. As he was trying to deal with his sinking investment, Perry says he followed the advice of Coast Guard officials and of some other mariners in the area, and that was to get his vessel as quickly as possible to the nearest shore. In this heavily aquacultured area, Perry says he knew that the closest shore wasn't the best option, but he says it was his only one.
There's people that think it was a bad decision, the beach that I chose, and I understand that they're worried about the pollution, and but I was more concerned about public safety than the pollution, because I had already known that there was no fuel on board.
Perry says he wants everyone in the area to be rest assured that he will be looking after removing the vessel. He just needs them to be a little bit patient with him. He's also looking for some cooperation by Mother Nature and her tides. Joe?
All right, CTV's Gord Kurbis reporting.